The director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, is defending Donald Trump from the fallout of the Epstein files. How's she doing so? By going after former President Barack Obama. Here we go. Yes, that's right. We got Obama, everybody. Obama. On Wednesday, Gabbard joined the White House briefing and accused the former president of launching a, get this, years-long coup against Donald Trump, which she says amounts to a treasonous conspiracy. Here's part of that.
A brief summary of the details that you'll find within the House Majority Staff's report in their investigation into the Obama-directed January 2017 Intelligence Community Assessment that leads us to the very same conclusion that we announced in the release of our documents on Friday. The implications of this are far-reaching and have to do with the integrity of our democratic republic. It has to do with an outgoing president taking action to manufacture intelligence to undermine and usurp the will of the American people in that election and launch what would be a years-long coup against the incoming President of the United States, Donald Trump.
Okay, so hold on. Assuming that she is correct, and she's not. But what would be the point of doing that once Trump has already won the election? None of it makes any sense. Calling it a coup makes no sense at all. I mean, they just, once again, they're using words and completely destroying the meaning of those words. They've already done it to socialism. They've already done that to communism. They don't know what any of that stuff means, and they certainly don't know what the word coup means. It just means anybody being mean to Donald Trump or something. I don't know. But anyway, look, Obama, no, obviously it's not a coup. He turned power over to Trump very peacefully, allowing him to serve out his first term within the bounds of the Constitution. The only coup attempt was launched by Donald Trump after he lost the 2020 election. But when it was clear that this, trying to stop the certification on January 16th, or I'm sorry, January 6th, had failed, then he decided, okay, crap, I'm going to have to turn over power to Joe Biden. And he did so peacefully, but had continued to rage over this so-called stolen election. Gabbard's allegations are nothing more than a desperate fake-out attempt in order to try to distract Trump voters from the Epstein stuff that keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And also from the tariffs, from the inflation, from the unpopular big nasty bill that guts Medicaid, food stamps, dries up the debt, gives massive tax cuts to the rich, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot that Trump wants to distract from. And now this administration is desperately trying to throw out all the hits. Like, for example, Hillary's emails, butter emails. And now Obama and this coup. I mean, here's the thing, though, right? There is a lot that I can and have criticized about President Obama. I mean, the fact that he got involved in the Democratic presidential primary to try to help sink Bernie Sanders in 2020, or when he was president, and abandoned doing real universal health care in favor of the Heritage Foundation healthcare plan with a couple of tweaks. There's a whole hope and change thing, which didn't really happen. Bailing out the banks and not homeowners. There's a lot there that you can go after Obama on, but this is not one of those things. No, there was no coup. Okay. Obama did not do a years-long coup against Trump. This is stupid. This is a distraction. This is along the lines of calling him a Kenyan Muslim socialist. This is all Obama derangement. And guess what? Tulsi Gabbard jumping right in it, because that's who she is. She's full MAGA now. I mean, you could say that maybe she's a Russian asset. I don't know about that, but I do know that she has absolutely no principles. She's doing whatever she can to help her own career and to be able to justify the power that she has now. She has sold whatever she had in place of a soul to the far right, and now she is dancing for them. She is the clown. And she got clowned online. Mehdi Hassan, for example, writes, she literally said an outgoing president tried to usurp the will of the people after an election had taken place. Up is down, hot is cold, black is white. Can't make this stuff up. Zaid Jelani writes, the most charitable interpretation is that Obama exaggerated something about Trump, but Trump tells like 15 lies a week about his opponents, so is that a coup? That's a good question. Sarah Terry writes, when the reality TV show has jumped the shark. Mike Rothschild, over on Blue Sky, writes, prosecute Obama for treason was one of the core values of QAnon. They play to the hits because they know it riles up the base and keeps them from thinking too much, but the failure to reveal the truth about Epstein, also one of the core values of QAnon. There's plenty more, but that's the thing. We know that this is a BS distraction. Everybody knows. Everybody can tell. But thanks to the Supreme Court, this Obama stuff, it's not going to lead to anything. I mean, Obama's immune from any attempt at prosecution. So even if they tried, they couldn't. I mean, they can't do a witch hunt show trial. So all they have is these allegations. And the timing here is, I mean, it's pretty suspicious because, they come out with this as soon as the Epstein stuff, it's ripping MAGA apart. The Epstein stuff is. And so they got to come out with this distraction and more distractions and distractions and distractions. Throw anything we can at the wall and hope it sticks. It's obvious. It's obvious what's going on. And look, even Ted Cruz had to admit that, yes, there will not be a prosecution of Obama because of the Supreme Court and all that stuff. In fact, he told Laura Ingraham, quote, he's not going to be prosecuted in all likelihood for treason. I mean, it's ridiculous that that's even a conversation that people are having. And at the same time, though, Cruz did say that some of the Obama administration could face criminal liability for lying under oath and fabricating evidence. Okay, well, Ted, what's your evidence for that? Just trust me, bro. Obama. Okay. Yeah. Look, Gabbard, she hasn't presented any evidence that Obama officials did anything other than request preliminary intelligence assessments about Russia's election meddling in 2016. That's it. And look, what happened there is you had bots and trolls online that were trying to influence voters. That's really it. No votes were changed. There's no hacking into the elections, nothing like that. What they tried to do is attempt to influence people not to vote for Hillary Clinton or to vote for Donald Trump. That's it. And so, I mean, there you go. In fact, look, Obama, he actually did take the rare chance to hit back against Donald Trump and the administration over this. In fact, through a spokesman, he said, the bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction. Nothing in the document issued last week undercuts the widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the 2016 presidential election, but did not successfully manipulate any votes. And there it is. There it is. Look, if you are one of the people that are falling for this distraction, then congratulations, you are helping to defend a possible pedophile president for being exposed for what he is or what he may have done. If you feel good about that because he's on your team, he's on your side, then, well, you might want to take some time to do some much needed self-reflection. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you become a member on our YouTube page, you become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.